Magandang gabi po, Pilipinas, at sa lahat ng Pilipino sa buong mundo, at ganoon na rin dito sa ating bansa sa Pilipinas. I am one of your many applicants for senator, and hopefully soon to be a leader in our government with your permission. But you all knew that whoever governed Philippines must have the iron in him, or else give it up. This is not the game of card. It is between your life and my life. Kaya po, kung papalarin po ako na maging pinuno ninyo, pangungunahan ko po ang pagtatayo ng mga haligi ng paggogobyerno. Unang-una po sa lahat, development of natural resources through agricultural reform. Ang ibig ko po sabihin, palalakasin natin, i-enhance natin yung mga batas para mabigyan po natin ng buhay ang lahat ng uri ng magsasaka at magbubukid. Magsasaka ng palay, magsasaka ng kape, magsasaka ng mais, saging at lahat ng uri ng manggagawang may kinalaman sa agrikultura, regardless of race, creed, or religion. Pangalawa, ensuring dignity, not only to our country, but among Filipinos. Equality and opportunities for the most vulnerable people in our society and to all member of our community. Yan po yung pagtutuunan natin ng pansin. Sa pangalawa po, ibalik ang dignidad hindi lamang ng ating bansa, pati ang dignidad ng bawat mamamayang Pilipino. Number three, provide opportunities for education, job creation, and food security, not only to the less fortunate people of the society, but to all Filipinos. Ang ibig ko po sabihin, dapat po lahat may equal na oportunidad. Hindi lang mayaman, hindi mahirap. Hindi Muslim, hindi Kristiyano, hindi Buddhist, hindi Hudyo. Lahat po ng bawat Pilipino. Ulitin ko po, Francis Leo Marcos po. Hindi magnanakaw, subok na makatao, at lalong hindi trapo. Bagong mukha ng Senado para sa tunay at ganap na pagbabago. Magandang gabi po, Pilipinas. At hayaan niyo pong ilatag ko sa inyo, marami akong nakikitang iba-ibang kulay, pero mamaya na po yan. Hayaan niyo pong ilatag ko sa inyo yung aking mga plataforma. Primary and education. Pre-COVID-19 Philippine education had already have a deep issue, primarily resulting from not being a priority for government funding. So hindi po prioridad ng pondo ng gobyerno yung para sa pre-COVID-19 Philippine education. The Philippines does not invest on top-notch learning as compared to its neighbor countries. In fact, many public schools lack of computers and other tools despite the digital age. Further, a shortfall in the number of public school teachers. Further, a top issue is the country due to their being among the lowest paid state workers. So yung ating mga guro is among the lowest state workers. Aside from that, more than 3 million children, youth, and adults remain unenrolled since the school shut down. The current COVID-19 situation exacerbated what already is a bad situation. How worse Philippine education is now compared to the result of 2018 study. Result showed a sample number of 15-year-old Filipino students, assumed mostly public school, rural-based, ranked last in reading comprehension. Out of 79 countries, tayo po yung pinakalas. At syempre, we also rank 78 in science and rank 78 in math. Ganun po kabadang education natin. Education issue in the Philippines have increased since the onset of the pandemic, with the sudden event brought about by the health crisis. Distant learning mode via internet or TV broadcast were ordered. Further, a blended learning program was launched in October 2020, which involved online classes, print out, and lesson broadcast on TV and social platform. Thus, the new learning pathway rely on a student and teacher having access to the internet. So, wala po tayo nun. Kasi po, ang pinagtutuunan ng pansin ng gobyerno ay yung mga ibang proyekto. Pero, this yet bring another issue in the current system. Millions of Filipinos don't have access to the computer and other digital tools at home to make their blended learning worthwhile. Hence, the value of technology in learning affect many students, parents, and guardians. Top concern with this are money for mobile load, lack of gadget, poor internet signal, student struggle to focus and learn online, parent lack of knowledge of their kids' lesson. Yan po yung mga problema natin. Ito po ay isa sa aking mga prioridad upang maiangat ang antas ng karunungan sa ating mga kababayan. Again, Francis Leo Marcos po. Ulitin ko, hindi magnanakaw, subok na makatao, at lalong hindi trapo. Bagong mukha ng Senado para sa tunay na pagbabago. Let me lay down all the platform that I have. I have a simple. All I want is a productive nation of dignified Filipinos. Mamaya ko na po yan ipapaliwanag. Economic growth and development is the only way and the only road to success. Economic growth and economic development is the only success in rebuilding for our future. My countrymen, I am here not to give you lecture, but to provide some input about how we can utilize the available resources of our government to back us up to the next level of opportunities. We all know we have to make changes in a way government run their businesses. Many of the politicians only know how to generate their own income, but nothing when it comes to the benefit and the welfare of the people. As I have said, I am for the people. And you knew that I am for the people and the people alone. I don't care if they call me populist. But public welfare for me is the highest justice, and the needs of the people is the highest law. As part of my government plan, economy is where we should be moving forward to revitalize the position of our country today. I believe by creating and producing goods and services are the building block of our country. This will dictate us where we want to direct our country to be more successful economically, raising the standard of living of every Filipinos. I mean, every Filipinos. Not only the rich, not only the poor, but every member of the Philippine society. Byland is the way of boosting our natural wealth in producing goods and services deriving from agricultural plantation and irrigation, including natural resources such as oil, gas, gold, silver, coal, and other underground mineral, as well as capital goods such as manufacturing industries, machineries, tools, and equipment are the contributing factor of our economic growth. The only way to promote businesses locally and internationally, our country must have a strong foundation in relation to trade. Therefore, our export must be greater more than what we import to gauge the actual level of sufficiency and become self-governing nation. Our gross domestic product will indicate our economy's performance or our economic performance. Remember, technology and innovation is a powerful driver that leads many countries to be self-sufficient. The most skilled labor always start from different distinct fields of knowledge from technology and science, engineering, mathematics, and education. Always play a vital role in shaping the foundation and the future of our nation to face generation. Inequality and poor education. Inequality and poor education always separate the gap between the rich and the poor. We must solve illiteracy in our country to provide marginalized group a better way of life. Future generation cannot have better opportunity for advancement due to lack of education, cost of financial problem. I will reinforce President Duterte's 2017 initial program, the introduction of tuition-free education. I will reinforce the 2017 initial program, the introduction of tuition-free education to state universities and colleges, including high school, with exception strictly for low-based income household only, not to do with discrimination by restricting coverage for all, but to help our marginalized sector of our society that needed the most. This will eliminate excessive government social funding. As part of the primary and secondary, I will introduce education fund to boost every Filipinos who has children by giving one-time entry-level benefit of 5,000 pesos. Ang ibig ko sabihin, kapag nasa kolehiyo ka na, pwede ka nang makatanggap ng 5,000 pesos. To put toward education fund, registered education savings plan as per application to be approved by Congress. This will change people's lives and reduce poverty. As it always be the case, we must educate our kids where they can be good and reliance in bringing knowledge to themselves and to our community. I have a plan, but the success of this will become reality with the help of every one of you. We may not accomplish everything, but at least our hope is worth working. Ulitin ko po, Francis Leo Marcos po. Hindi magnanakaw, subok na makatao, at lalong hindi trapo. Bagong mukha ng Senado para sa tunay na pagbabago. Magandang gabi po uli, Pilipinas, at magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Let me finish what I have started and lay down all this platform. Agricultural reform. As we know, one among the problems that our country facing today from economic point of interest in relation to employment, poverty, and education. As I mentioned to my previous statement, I am here because I cannot ignore witnessing what our country was going through. Again, I am for the people, only for the people, and the people alone. It has many transition of government I have changed hand, but the bright side of life seems very bleak future. It is you, yes, it is you, I mean all of you. If we can work together by putting your trust in me, I will bring these important issues to the House to discuss and collaborate among members of Congress in the government. We have to find possible solution of correcting the problem in our country in connection to agricultural improvisation that will initiate to boost the economic security and stability of our country. I will implement agricultural policies that will serve as the guideline on how we can, our farmers, to create sustainable growth in the agricultural sector. Among these ideas, as much as yours, I will institute many changes by making farming less intensive, labor, and cost-effective. Our old farming system must be integrated into more innovative, modern equipment and machineries. By providing education on how to become creative, innovative in terms of various ways to farm and raise production will change the output of productivity. I will form a network of farmers support agents who work with the rural communities to provide training to all farmers. I will reenact support, research, and development in order to solve the need of all farmers and cultivators. I will initialize to build central processing or milling facilities and storage that provide security and avoid waste and spoilage. I feel without sufficient support of our farmers will brought serious setback. I therefore will push to create government fund access to credit loans and subsidies. Again, Francis Leo Marcos po. Hindi magnanakaw, subok na makatao, at hindi trapo, bagong mukha ng Senado para sa tunay na pagbabago. Together, we can do better.